Hello, everybody. Lauren here. Thank you all so much for your patience last week. I was not expecting for our internet to go out and then for it to be out for 4 days. And so I had to reschedule a couple of webinars. And so I apologize that I wasn't able to go live last week. When we live in Germany, we don't have unlimited data, so it's not something that I can just kind of use. I have 1 gigabyte of data on my cell phone that I can use for the month. So I appreciate your guys' patience with that. But I am here today to talk about sleep with you guys, which I'm really excited about. And some of you guys are probably thinking, what the heck does sleep have to do with back to school? Well, for a lot of you guys, whether it's you're going to college, or maybe you work at a university, or maybe your kids are going to school, or your kids are back in daycare, or you're coming back from summer vacation, whatever the case may be, everybody's sleep patterns are usually a little off around this time of the year. If you've had summer break, you've been kind of running around, doing all sorts of things, having who knows what kind of bedtime, and now you're having to kind of get back into regimented wake up times. And so sleep can be something that kids kind of struggle with those first couple of weeks, or even adults struggle with those first couple of weeks as we kind of get back on track and get back into a routine. So I'm going to share with you guys some oils that will help in the sleep department to hopefully give you more restful sleep, help you fall asleep faster, help you stay asleep, and then also help you kind of wake up at those new times, whatever the case may be. If you're used to sleeping in and now you're having to wake up earlier, to where you feel well rested, ready to go, energized, and things like that. So first up, for the oil, I'm going to talk about copaiba or copaiba, however you want to pronounce it. So copaiba, it's very earthy. To me, it's very light. It's not like a heavy sort of aroma. It's really, really good for anxiety with sleep. So if your kids are really anxious about starting school, maybe you're anxious about going back to work, maybe you're anxious about starting new classes, things like that, I recommend diffusing it or applying to your big toe, since that's directly linked to your brain, or putting it underneath your nose. Remember, if you're going to apply anything to your face, to definitely dilute it, because your face is a little bit more of a sensitive area. Your big toe, you don't have to dilute it unless you're doing it on little kiddos. And then obviously diffusing is a great way for you to kind of use that. So this is really, really good for anxiety associated with your sleep, when you're so anxious that you really can't get a good night's sleep, or maybe you're having bad dreams, waking up frequently because of your stress and your anxiety, that sort of thing. Lavender is our next one. I gotta find them all. Lavender is really, really good. We also sell lavender in a pre-diluted roller if you're not a fan of 5 ml bottles, or maybe you just want to have it pre-diluted. So it comes in a touch, which means it's pre-diluted, or it comes undiluted in the 15 ml bottle. This is really good for just promoting feelings of relaxation, calm, soothing, that sort of thing. You want to apply it under your nose, the bottoms of your feet, or diffuse it, whatever your preference is. Not everybody is a big fan of lavender in terms of sleep. My daughter, for one, does not do well with lavender. It actually makes her more hyper. And so we typically don't use lavender for sleep in our house, but for some people, it works really, really well. So if you have tried lavender in the past and you have not been a fan, fear not. I have plenty of other oils for you to kind of try, and it is okay and it is normal if lavender is not your oil of choice for sleep and relaxation. Next, I have Magnolia, which is in a touch, and so that means that it's pre-diluted. Magnolia is another floral. To me, it almost has like a hint of like a lime attached to it, which is super bizarre because it's not mixed with anything. It's just magnolia in general. This is really good for if you suffer from insomnia. So where you're like, you're tired, but then you go lay down in bed and then you're just wide awake for hours on end, or you wake up in the middle of the night and then you can't fall back asleep and you're like, let me just think about all the things that don't necessarily have to get done at 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you suffer from insomnia, Magnolia is really good for this. So you want to apply it to the back of your neck, your forehead, and then under your nose. And since it's pre-diluted, you don't have to worry about diluting it. So back of the neck, across your forehead, or swipe it under your nose. Magnolia is really, really good for that. I love Magnolia. It's probably my favorite floral that we have. Another really good one is Red Mandarin. Red Mandarin. So another type of mandarin, so a citrus type of oil. This is really good if you have a lack of sleep or restlessness during your sleep. So you can diffuse it. You can apply it to the back of your neck or under your nose. And again, dilute it if you're applying it to your face. But red mandarin is really, really good. And since you're using this at night, you don't have to worry about it being photosensitive, because hopefully you are getting more than just a couple of hours of sleep. You're getting closer to 8 to 10. And so you always want to make sure that you avoid the direct sun anytime you're applying any sort of citrus oils, because they could cause your skin to burn because they are photosensitive. So, but if you're applying it at night, or I mean, even if my husband works nights and so he sleeps during the day, if you're applying it before sleep, it should have plenty of time to kind of absorb into your skin and dissipate if you're applying it like directly on your face and that sort of thing. But just for caution, avoid any of the citrus for at least 12 hours before going out in the sun. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. So red mandarin for lack of sleep or restlessness. Calmer. Oh, my daughter took her oils out of here. So Calmer is from our kids line. We have specific oils specifically for kids that you can buy individually, or you can buy in the 6-pack that they come in. And so Calmer is the one for anything sleep related, especially with kids. And I really like it because the kids line are diluted even more than our touch ones. And so it's specifically made for kids between the ages of 2 and 10. And so a lot of people worry about the dilution ratio on younger kids. And so it's perfectly fine to use them on younger than 2. Just make sure that you're the one applying it, because sometimes kids tend to just roll and roll and roll and roll and roll and that sort of thing. And so it's perfectly fine. They're specifically for kids. They have cute little designs on them, and they're very tactile for kids that like to touch things and things like that. So our Calmer one comes pre-diluted, like I said. It's for restless sleep and unsettledness. Under your nose, bottoms of your feet are really good. And better yet, since it is for kids, if you're going to give it to your kid, have them apply it. See kind of where they need it. You could also do it up and down their spine as well. That's kind of one of my favorite ways to apply oils to kids, is up and down their spine, because it's just that central nervous system. Everything's kind of attached to it, so it's always really nice. If you also suffer from insomnia and maybe Magnolia isn't your thing, Serenity is our restful blend. And this is a really awesome blend. It has lavender, cedarwood, hoe wood, ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, vanilla, and Hawaiian sandalwood in it. So this promotes really good feelings of calm, restlessness, zen, peacefulness, any of that kind of stuff. You can diffuse it, apply it under your nose, bottoms of your feet as well. And you guys are probably wondering, like, you're saying under the nose a lot, because basically what we want to do when we're talking about sleep, we want it to have that direct impact into your olfaction system. That way it has a direct link to any like stress related or anxiousness or any of that kind of stuff, if those are the reasons why you're not sleeping. And when you apply it under your nose, it'll continue to kind of dissipate as your body warms up throughout the night. So it's kind of a natural diffuser for you, to where you continually smell it, versus if you just place it in the palm of your hands, you rub it and you smell it, because then when you sleep, not everybody sleeps with their hands near their face. And so applying it directly underneath the nose is kind of a natural diffuser for you, to where you can consistently smell it ongoing throughout the night. If you tend to not like the oil, or maybe it's a little bit too strong for you, your feet is an excellent way for you to still get the benefit of the essential oil without the aroma being right up there in your face. So that's why like feet is really good. Big toe is directly correlated to your brain. So if you're going to apply it to your big toe, definitely do that, so that way it can help promote all of those relaxing, calming symptoms of sleep. And then I want to talk to you guys about 2 different ways to kind of use it. So one of my favorite ways, if you love the way that maybe like sheets and pillows and things like that smell, you can create your own spritzer spray, as it's called. So what you want to do is take a 4-ounce spray bottle. You want to add 20 drops of your favorite essential oil for 4 ounces. You want to add distilled water to the top of it, and then you just shake, spray everything down. So before bed, maybe like 30 minutes before bed, I would yank the covers back, spray down everybody's pillow, spray down the sheets, fluff it back over so it kind of traps in that nice smell. So in that way, as you get into bed, You can kind of smell it. Everything just seems amazing. You can also spray down your clothes like that, your night clothes, things of that nature, or spray the room if you'd rather do it that way. If you're choosing to diffuse for sleep, then I recommend running the diffuser at least 30 minutes before bedtime. That way it has time to kind of dissipate in the air, fill up the room. And again, if you're using a diffuser, anything that's going to cover anywhere between like 200 and 400 square feet is perfect for a bedroom, but have it running about 30 minutes before bedtime. So if I'm going to diffuse oils in my daughter's room, I will generally start the diffuser and then we will do bedtime stuff. So we'll brush teeth, we'll have her change, we'll read books. So then by the time that she's ready to actually lay down, the diffuser has been running for a little bit and she's kind of been in and out of the room already getting the benefits of that essential oil that's kind of wafting around like with the diffuser. So any questions on any of those? All right, there will be a video on Wednesday at 3 p.m. my time. Remember, I'm in Germany, so Central Summer European time. So early in the morning for you guys, but there will be another video on Wednesday that will continue our video series for back to school. And remember that these will stay up until the end of the month, and then I will take them down and we will start our new series in September. So they are there for you guys to enjoy. So hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Hopefully some of these will help. I'd love to hear feedback on if you tried any, what you thought. Any feedback is welcome, how you chose to use it, any of that sort of thing. So for now, have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you on Wednesday for our third video.